The Celtics and Nuggets are out. And if you saw my preseason playoff predictions, those were my two NBA Finals teams. And that's shocking. Like, the Nuggets clearly lost that series. They were clearly the worst team, or they played the worst. But Boston kind of had an excuse. Denver had no excuse. So Boston blew a 3-1 lead to Philly. That can't happen. No disrespect to Philly there, but you shouldn't blow a 3-1 lead. No other Boston team has done that. And this team did. And you're going to have the fans, they'll say, oh, well, Tatum didn't play in game 7. Embiid didn't play in game 1, game 2, or game 3. There is not really an excuse, but I guess you could say there is. But this is just shocking. And I don't know where these teams should go next. So this is what we're going to be talking about today on Result Report, where these teams go next. So the Nuggets, they don't usually go into the luxury tax, but if they are paying everybody, they will be in the luxury tax. And this team is clearly not good enough to win a championship. They were just mid all season, and we kept saying, oh, well, when Aaron Gordon's healthy, Aaron Gordon isn't healthy. We can't rely on him to be healthy. So I just don't know what they should do. They should probably get rid of him and go with more youth and less salary. Maybe trade him for a draft pick and get somebody. Get an early draft pick. You can trade up. You need more youth and playmaking. Because when Jokic just doesn't do anything, when they aren't hitting their shots, when Murray is 4 of 16, the rest of the team can't shoot. It's contagious. And maybe they need to get rid of Murray. I don't know. I think he's great. He had the best season of his career, but didn't show up when he needed to. And that is not like Jamal Murray in the playoffs. He doesn't usually do that. He usually plays up. He's one of the best playoff performers in the NBA and relative to how they play in the regular season. They could offer Jokic, they should offer Jokic the extension, but it's up to him if he wants it. He said he's a Nugget for life, but does he still feel that way after this? I don't know. Cam Johnson takes up salary. You could ship him off. He had a down year. He underperformed. You get rid of him. I don't know. Valanciunas was okay. Overall, Denver didn't seem terrible. Peyton Watson really made the jump, but Minnesota's better than them. And they're in a spot where they will usually be close to or in position to play Minnesota first round because they usually get 4 or 3. Minnesota will get like a 5 or 6. Those teams would play each other. And then the Celtics. Is there really any reason they need to get better and improve? Because this team was good enough to win the championship. Injuries just stopped them. Now, it shouldn't have gotten to 7. It should not have gotten to game 7. And I don't know if they're going to try and change their offense because the way it works right now, and they know this, and they're going to keep it like this because it's been so successful for them, they just shoot threes and expect them to fall. And I don't know if that's going to work. It might because three-point shooting continues to get better, but it doesn't seem like it's reliable if your team is cold because just like the Nuggets, it's contagious for them. They either hit a bunch of them or they don't, or it's very cold. So Boston, what do they do? Maybe get more of a stretch big. Vucevic is getting kind of old. Kata, great. Kata's great. What an improvement they found out of him. I love their bench, but I don't know where they go. They could like White also just had a bad series, so maybe they'll expect him to do better. But they made clear they're not getting rid of him. Free agency. This team seemed perfect for winning the championship. Them, OKC, and San Antonio. And they didn't, which is props to the 76ers. Like, wow. First ever 3-1 comeback in franchise history. And it was pure. Like, they earned it. Embiid was injured, and they dealt with it. And they won a game without him. So, yes, VJ Edgecombe is trending in the right direction for Philly. And I know this might be a little off topic with the video, but here are my Game 7 predictions. I'm going with Detroit and Toronto. I'm not picking James Harden in Game 7 again. I learned my lesson last year. Look, even if they win, I don't think it's going to be because of him. Maybe we can get the triple single except for turnovers. The Raptors might need to have Ingram, but they didn't have Ingram in Game 6, and they still beat them. And then the Pistons. Yeah, the Magic have lost their confidence. If Franz plays, Orlando wins. If he doesn't play, Pistons win. And I would also just like to say I had one of my best predictions of the entire year last night. I'm not lying. I did pick this on Stadium Live, which is what I do for fake betting. And I picked Philly and the over for Maxey. And I got it. I had a big day. I also took the over for Brown, 2.5 threes made. And then Carolina to win plus someone on the Rangers over for strikeouts. Anyway, I did great yesterday. Thank you so much for watching. This is Result Report, an analysis of where do the Nuggets and Celtics go next. And we will see you later. We'll see what happens in Game 7 tonight.